Romeo, I think. Yep, looks like Romeo. We've had some viewers ask what is the difference between rollback and flyback fur. Well, I'm going to show you. Romeo is a New Zealand red, obviously, and New Zealand's have flyback fur. And I'm just going to show you. See the way when you push it in the opposite direction, see how it flies back into position? Well, very simply, that's flyback fur. Now, when you work that fur backwards and it doesn't all go back into position, like there's a little bit right here that doesn't, that's probably a little bit that he's still molting. Because see, I can rub him a little bit. If I had, see, he's blown most of his coat that he's going to blow, but he still has a little bit to go. And the stress from the 3 days that they all spent recently at the fair might cause them to molt a little extra. I don't know. I think for the most part, I've got a couple that I'm worried about, but I think for the most part they're bouncing back okay. But this is flyback fur. See, just rub it backwards and it flies back into position. Now, I'm going to get my helpful assistant Austin to trade rabbits with me. Come here, buddy. He's going to take Romeo and put Romeo back in his home. This is Pepper. Pepper's a two and a half year old, two and a half. I'll have to look. He's 2 or 2.5. He's getting kind of he's somewhat of an old man compared to most of the rabbits at the rabbitry here. He's probably a senior. Ooh, I still have some red hair on me. I was wondering where all that red hair was coming from. Pepper ain't supposed to have any. Okay, now Pepper is a Netherland dwarf, and if you know anything about Netherland dwarfs, you know that they have rollback fur. Very good, Austin. You get an A for today. Now watch when I work his hair backwards. See how slowly? See how it just kind of rolls back into position? It doesn't just, it's nice and slow, and sometimes it doesn't even go back. Sometimes it'll just stay standing up and you got to turn around and go mush it back down, just like that. But he's a Netherland. Netherlands have rollback fur. See, it's nice. It moves back into position somewhat, but it's way slower. See what I'm saying? Okay. So that's rollback fur, and it's just that simple. And now, just as a comparison, we have another fur type in the rabbitry, and that's Rex fur. Come here, Smitty, buddy. Uh-oh, I got you. Uh-oh. See, you can't. He's got to feel like he's supported. You hold him up and make him feel like he's falling, and he'll panic. Okay. Oh, Smitty, buddy. He's had a rough 3 days at the fair too. It looks like he might not have eaten well. See this? The tips are protruding just a tad. I don't think he ate well. Stress will do that. All the people walking by and little kiddos, when you're not watching, little kiddos poking their fingers in and what have you. But this is Rex fur. As you can see all the little spots? See all the little spots? Now Smitty doesn't have white spots. That's bits of fur that are dying and getting ready to be, he's going into a molt. So his coat doesn't look real well right now, but one thing about Rex fur is it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 5/8 of an inch long, and whereas the other rabbits, they have undercoat or underfur, and then there's guard hairs. Rex fur, all the hairs are the same length. That's why their hair is so soft and plush like it is. About 5/8 of an inch long on the average. I can't remember exactly. The standard actually specifies what the fur length for Rex fur should be, but I can't remember the exact. But you know, if you're showing Rex rabbits, you probably got a copy of the standard and you know what it should be. If not, you can email me or something and I'll look it up for you and let you know. I just don't have that in front of me at the time we're making this video. His fur is really kind of hard to tell that it does anything, but their fur pretty much, it doesn't lay back, so there's no back to it. It's pretty much just plushy and it all stands up all over, and it's just super soft. And one thing about, with me at least, with the Rex is I just can't get tired of petting them. They're just so soft and fluffy. And not to mention, Smitty's my little buddy, and he likes being petted a lot anyway. So now there is, and I don't have any on the property, but It's my understanding that satins and, well, naturally, and Angoras, you know, they have more like a wool fiber, and like a fiber, wool fibers rather than just regular fur, and it's really long. And unfortunately, I don't know a lot about those fur types. There's also a satin, and there's something a little different about a satin fur, and maybe somebody that knows can chime in and help us out a little bit with that in the comments, because I have never personally raised any satins. I've only touched one satin, and I just can't really, it wasn't enough to be able to describe the difference in their fur. There's just a little bit of difference there. But we have Rex fur, we have Rollback fur, and Flyback fur here at the Rabbitry, and that's what we can help you with. And I hope if you had any questions, I hope this helped clear them up. It's really Rollback and Flyback fur. There's not as much to it as a lot of people thought. I used to think it was a big deal. Oh my goodness, how am I going to tell? Well, really, it's quite easy. Mostly you know what breed. And if you have the standard book from Arba, it tells whether they're, you know, they should have Rollback or Flyback fur. I'm pretty sure it does. I haven't looked for all the breeds. Smitty, are you biting my shirt? What's the matter with you?
Man, he might be scratching at it.
What's the matter with you, huh? What's the matter with you, buddy? Yeah, he's lost some weight. He had a rough 3 days. They don't, a lot of times, some of them eat more. Some of them just could care less. All the kids running by screaming and yelling. But some of them that have been here for quite some time and are used to the nice, peaceful quietness of the homestead here, the stress kind of gets to them. So most of the time they're just used to seeing us. Ain't that right, Smitty? Hmm? Yeah, he's my buddy. But now you know the difference in Rollback and Flyback and Rex fur. A lot of people are confused by that, and I hope this helps somebody. So I guess until we speak again, or until we meet again, or whatever, y'all have a great day, and God bless.